And welcome to another episode of Women's Talk Live. I'm your girl, April J.
I'm SassyScribe.
And this is Elle Boogie.
And we are live on location. You never know where we're going to be. Never know. But we at Maduros Cigar Lounge in PA. What's the address here?
It's 1810 Wilmington Pike, dog.
Glen
Mills, PA.
It's the most famous address in
The
Glen
most
Mills.
famous address in Glen Mills.
Exactly. It's beautiful cigar lounge. As you can see, we're here with our cigars, our drinks. Anybody know April J? I love a good cigar. And the games are playing, so I'm able to still see the game. I'm great. All right, so Sassy, tell us what we got going on today.
Okay, listen, today we're going to do Battle of the Sexes. So we have the men on one side, the ladies on the other. The three of us will be moderating. So how it's going to go, we have a couple of questions for the men, a couple of questions for the ladies, and then just general questions in general that anyone can answer. We're going to go around. I want everyone to give a quick introduction, and then we're going to get it popping. We're going to start on the end here. Beautiful.
Shatima.
And
Bliss or Samantha.
here we go.
It's your boy Ace. Y'all know what it is. Sticks. It's Tony, man. We'll have the cigar bros.
We'll have the cigar. And of course, you know, Sassy, KL, April. So we're going to start it off with a question for the ladies.
Started probably gonna make it hot to start with. So, ladies, would you ever consider marrying a man who made half as much money as you?
Oh man.
Wow.
Ladies, feel free to puff before you speak.
Oh man, why did I stop drinking? Is it me first?
Yeah,
Whoever wants to go first.
Okay. Yes, I would consider marrying somebody who made half of what I make. He would have to be somebody who's hardworking and on his come up. I make a good salary, so I don't always expect everybody to make what I make. And so I guess I would. It's probably 85% to 15% though. Like I won't say never, because I think that a lot of times we can get kind of caught up in money, and I don't want to lose the perfect one for me because of the dollar figure that he's making at the time. And we don't know what's
We're
going
not making it.
on. Right, because right now we've got people who just lost I live in the DC area. A lot of people just lost their jobs. A lot of people are furloughed and stuff like that. So there's a lot of guys working wherever they can. So I don't want to do that because somebody who was making more than me last year, this year making something different. So I don't want to lose the wrong guy for that. So that's that. But I do know there's a lot of situations where men don't do well with a woman who makes more than them. So that would be kind of up to his ego as well.
You thinking of the politically
The
correct
answer is
answer?
no.
I'm the mild.
I know her. The answer is no.
It's going to go higher and higher as you go down the road.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I mean, listen. Oh no.
She's like, nah.
Just a straight no. A straight no.
Well, because I think I do agree with what you're saying. Like, you know, people have recently lost their jobs. You know, stuff is shifting, stuff like that, right? So it just depends on you're gonna have to be wealthy in a whole lot of other areas. Like, you can't miss on nothing else if you are lacking financially. Because it's not so much about you taking care of me. The question is, can you take care of yourself?
That's true.
And so,
Good point.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of factors into that. That's not a question to me that's strictly black and white. Like, it has to come down to a lot of factors.
So
But you're going to have to most definitely be wealthy in every other aspect.
there's no gray area, in other words.
I don't think so.
Shatima?
No.
I told you it was going to progress.
No, straight no.
I have a
And
big life. I come and go as I please. I take myself out on beautiful,
Dates.
luxurious dates. I travel on a whim. And we need to be able to, I don't even want to say we need to be able to match my fly all out of the cute shit. Can you come with me?
Right. Without
That's
me
a good
paying for
point.
it.
Can you just go with me?
Okay.
Right? You can't even afford those things. No. Now, yes, with the current climate and everything going on, I get that. But I'm always making more than you. Like you ain't never made more than this certain amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But what if he's
You gotta be
content?
touching
Like
something.
I've never been the type of woman to check a man's pockets. Much to a lot of people's dismay. But I never check their pockets. Like you said, as long as they're able to maintain whatever lifestyle they got. They like to go fishing or whatever it is. And I don't have to contribute to it. I can't tell you how many times I've been on a date or dated a guy and a couple of weeks later it's like, can I ask you a favor?
Yeah.
Can I borrow
Yeah.
$60? I'm like,
Yeah.
you 50 years old and you only $60
Right.
to the next check and you live with a roommate?
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm not talking to him.
Happens. It
I'm not
happens.
talking to
It
him.
Now, I
happens.
do have a question though, because what if somebody's an entrepreneur? This is mainly for you saying, that you travel and you want to know if they can go on a whim. What if their business and the build-up that they're doing doesn't allow them to travel instantaneously? But, like you were saying, they're hitting all the other aspects. But,
But the original question was money.
yeah, does he makes less than you currently?
Um,
Making happen.
So you don't date potential, pretty much. I guess that's the answer.
you gotta already be potential.
So you're not
You
building
gotta
a
be
man.
at the summit.
You're not building a
Not
man.
at 40 something.
No.
Okay.
And I think we've all been guilty. I know I've been guilty of building men up.
Yes.
And when they come up, they be like, "Deuce is sassy,"
Right.
and they go with somebody else. So I don't do the builder bears anymore.
I don't do that anymore, but I have, and I feel like some of it wasn't even like they got up to this and decided to leave. It was like they got up to that and decided, well, no, as they were on the climb, it didn't even get there yet. They started to resent me for what I brought to the table. Like they started to feel like I had done so much. So I think in some ways it takes away from their manhood or whatever. So it's about, sometimes it's the woman isn't emasculating a man is starting to feel a certain way. Like I was with somebody who made a lot less than me, and I never made him feel any type of way about it, but he started to feel a type of way about it. So I just feel like sometimes it has to be that the man is comfortable with your situation. He has to be okay in his skin. And I do agree with Kitty to a point. Like the potential thing is like you gotta date patterns, not potential. Like so, to me, if he's in a situation where he makes half of what I make because of something, that's fine. But if he's making half and just content in what it is and doesn't want to do anything to do that to do better, I can't, because I'm always gonna want to do that. And the thing is, I'm expensive, but I can afford me. And I'm with Kitty. Like I don't want to be in a situation where I can't go on trips because you can't go on trips and stuff like that. So I don't want him to feel resentful that I'm like, all right, well I'm headed to Turks and Caicos. I'll bring you a magnet. Like I don't know. So, yeah. Like kiss and ride.
It's a good It is a good segue. It's not. I don't think it's one of April's questions. But
Oh, no, go ahead. No. Go ahead. I want. Yeah.
So would you date
Yes.
a woman that made more?
I got no problem. Ain't no ego here over here at all. If I'm making 100, she making 200, we got 300. You feel me?
But if you making 100 and she making 30, that's what we said. We said, hey, the question is half of what you make. Half of what you make.
Oh, I thought it was if the woman was making.
No, it is. We said, would they date a man that would make half? So would you date a woman that made half of what you made? That was the question.
Oh, see, I wasn't thinking. I got to think.
See, I think men are different in that regard.
So
They date women on bus that drive bicycles at the bus stop.
But I mean, honestly, given what Bliss was saying, I think that's a really valid point about men may feel emasculated by women who make more than them. Because to be honest, as a woman who grinds, an entrepreneur, a professional, you have to at times step into your quote unquote masculine energy because you have to be so aggressive in terms of your elevation of your craft.
Yes, Sticks.
I feel like I've been listening to this all day.
And have.
Listen, so my comment is, it's so quick for y'all ladies to reject a man that makes half as much as you, right? But we as men, that's acceptable. Because
You're expected to provide.
You're the
expected.
provider.
but
A man takes a wife,
but hold on.
so he got to be able to
Hold
protect.
on. My comment is just simply that women can easily reject that. Men, we don't easily just reject that. If I make 200,000, you make 100,000, whatever. If I make 150, you make 75. I'm not instantaneously like, oh no, chick, you ain't up on my level because you ain't making this much money.
But there's a drastic difference because, all right, so
Definitely a double standard.
but it's a
That's all
reason.
recognize
what I'm
It's a
saying.
reason for the double standard because if a man gets a wife or a woman, however you want to define the relationship, and she gets pregnant, she can't work. She's not a, you know what I mean? There are issues that become with her growing and building your family and building your legacy that you in turn have to provide the majority of those things. And so when that happens, her income is really non-negotiable in terms of.
But hold on, you're bringing up a scenario that's not going to pertain to this.
No, but
group of
generally,
people.
no. But given what Stick said about men don't necessarily look at women who make half as less than, women have to because we are the vulnerable ones in that situation. You guys benefit from the relationship more, so we're gonna have that discussion later. But in terms of finance, it really is predicated on the fact that women are more vulnerable in terms of lack of income. We already make less than men in terms of, percentage wise. But also, there's going to come a time if you take a woman and you want to build a family that she's not going to be able to work, and you're still going to be required to work and maintain it. So if you have a certain level of
But
lifestyle,
that's
you need to be able to
subjective
accommodate
because
that.
you come on the scenario like, okay, she gets pregnant, is she gonna be out of work, blah blah blah. If I go outside and trip and lose a leg, I can't work. Like that's some medical thing that happened to me that now I can't work. But am I gonna put that on her like that? Like,
Well, if she's your partner, it is
Yeah,
on
she's
her.
gonna
Because
take-
it's like in sickness and
but
health,
you put that on like as a reason as to why it's acceptable to have that mentality, I guess, from the woman's side, in my opinion.
Well, because I look at it that the men, they plan, profess, protect, and provide.
Okay.
The provide part is what I'm talking about. It's the provide part. I've been in relationships where I was the provider. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's fun for her?
But
okay.
But you're the man.
But see,
The
Now,
role of the man is to provide for his family.
now you can't because of extenuating circumstances. Hopefully, you're with the woman who will pick up the slack.
But who said it's a man's role to provide?
Society.
We live in a patriarchy.
We
Bible,
definitely
I
do.
mean,
Very
The Bible.
misogynistic.
He who takes a wife,
Yes.
but we know how you feel about that.
He said take care of that woman.
I'll just say the patriarchy. I mean, we do make 70 cents on your dollar, so it is gonna be in some situations. Even if we're doing the same job, you may make more than me. You see what I'm saying? So there is a situation where you as a man just financially gonna make more. Even not even talking about. I mean, just that's talking about society and the patriarchy is that I'm going to make less even if we do the same job. So there is that thing. I was raised a little differently where a lot of the women in my family made more than the men just because of higher education and stuff like that. So I guess I always saw the men as providers of money in some ways, but also of a standard of a household of protection and stuff like that. So I always think of men as giving a provision and giving a covering and stuff like that. So I don't necessarily always think that they have to make so much more because I've seen situations like my grandmother had 2 masters from Johns Hopkins, and my grandfather, he taught construction in a high school, but she was able to elevate up to working in the superintendent's office, whereas he stayed in a role as a teacher. But he was the man. You see what I'm saying? He took care of everything in the house, made sure all the infrastructure was there, was the protector, and all of that. So I only knew when I was older the whole dynamics of finances because he was the man and he took care of her. And while she was in school, he had already provided infrastructure by building a house, doing this, doing that. And so he did all of those things. And then when she started making more, then so much the better. So I guess I just wasn't raised that the man has to make so much more. But I think there's ways that men provide beyond finances.
I think it. Oh, I'm sorry. I think it kind of depends on how you were raised, because I was raised a little bit differently. I started out with a 2-parent household, and then it was just my mother, and she grilled into me to always have my own.
Yeah. Yep.
And regardless if I get married, even when I did get married, she told me, make sure you're educated, make sure you have your own, because at any time, if he want to walk out the door, you got to be able to provide for these kids.
Yeah.
So that I was always taught to always be that person, if need be, to be provider.
Yeah.
So it
Yep.
depends on how you're raised.
Yeah. I was taught that way too. I was just saying my grandparents were that way.
Right.
The reason why we live with my grandparents is because my parents got separated while I was in utero. So I never
Right.
lived with my father. But
Right.
you know, but I ended up having a really great stepfather. So I've lived in so many different dynamics. I was raised by a single mother, and then she got married. So I have a whole lot of different things that I saw growing up. So
Right.
I just kind of ended up doing my own thing of what my values became.
So now April is going to ask the men a question.
All right. Let's see what we have.
You quiet over there, bro.
He
We'll
just-
start with him.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Let's go society. Society.
Can you speak?
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you're good.
I couldn't hear you.
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
So society, let's throw the norms out the window. The norms about you. So we talk about you won't marry a man that makes half the you, right? But the man that you would marry make more than you. Most of those men ain't looking to marry a woman, right? That's they're not looking to marry certain women at her level because they feel like if I marry this woman or get with this woman, she might take me for half of everything I already built. Most men are looking for a woman that made less, way less, right? So there you shoot yourself in the foot instead of a person that made more.
So so you just said that if she's making more than him,
No, he's making more. No, she said she won't. You said you won't marry a man or talk to a man that's making half of what you making.
right?
But you want to talk to a man that's making more than you, right?
Yeah.
So you got to think about.
And
his mindset.
you're saying he's thinking
His
that
mindset might be like, hey,
she gonna take half my stuff, but so what's stopping a woman that's making less than him from taking half his stuff?
They're more likely.
They're more likely than somebody that is already established with their
but you didn't let me
own.
land my plane. I'm gonna say the best.
Oh, okay.
Find somebody that you know you can build with, so that if it teeters,
Right. You still have that
so,
balance.
Again, when you're in certain levels of relationship, like if you at a certain age and had kids been married before, you out trying to find a person, it's gonna be tough, right? Because that same person has probably been married, divorced before too. So now when we meet, even if I'm making more than you, now we have that back and forth, right?
Yes.
So it's a complicated situation no matter.
Nowadays, the women are paying the men. Like these divorces are going opposite, right?
I was lucky.
Paying child support and everything.
Yeah,
Child support.
women paying child support,
Alimony.
spousal support, and you know, so now the tables are kind of turning. You know, when you think about that way. But I do like your point. Be with somebody you can possibly build with. You know, we can build this thing out together. So I like that spin. I appreciate that. However.
That's what I was going to say. However, because I did marry somebody we built with and ended up divorced with nothing. So it can happen. But exactly. But that's that mentality. What I'm saying is that it's that mentality, and like you said, it's a complicated situation because you can marry somebody where you can build with, but then it don't end up right or it ends up messy. Or you can marry somebody who is making less than you, but it may end up working out because you may both end up balancing each other.
They're not lacking in anything else.
Right.
Because if you go in like I'm not going to give this guy a chance because we've already killed probably half of the pool that probably might be that guy that be like that's.
But you know what? It's that half of the pool that you see on social media talking about taking a woman being a gold digger. You have no fucking gold to give. You know what I mean? But social media, we say social media, which is the blessing and the curse. But a lot of people want to mirror these relationships, these fake ass relationships that they see online, and it's not realistic. You know, how many social media threads do you see where a woman won't go on a date if he's not spending $40? Like, bitch, he just met you.
Get your hair done.
Right.
He just met you.
Yeah. Right.
That's weird. That stuff is. just like
Right.
It is weird,
Right.
but it happens. And
Right.
I'm telling my boys, I don't have kids, but my nephews, if she ain't happy with Applebee's, leave that bitch on the street.
Ooh.
Because it's
That's true.
Applebee's.
That's
You're not
true.
taking her to the Palm or the Capitol Grill. You're gonna take her to Applebee's because you're trying to get to know her. And women have these expectations when they meet these men online that they're gonna automatically go. No, I'm meeting you as a meet and greet. If you're not happy with Panera Bread
Exactly.
or going to a
I like to meet at Starbucks.
ice cream, if you got dogs, you go to the
Starbucks.
dog park.
Ice cream. Get some ice cream.
Yes.
Yeah, because that.
Can we get our question, please?
Okay, all right.
Said no
See?
to all of that.
I'm
fine
sorry, the
with it.
patriarchy is spoken.
Oh Lord, Jesus.
Did you hear that? The patriarchy.
Okay, all right. So let me give you. Okay, so I'll give you your question. Here we go. Do you think that if a woman is withholding sex from her man, that he has an understandable reason to cheat?
That's everybody speaking one.
Cigar, bro.
What?
What did you say?
He said there's never a reason to
Okay,
cheat.
okay. I'm hard of hearing. I'm sorry. KLC.
That's a good answer.
Oh,
Good answer.
That's how I agree. I agree with that very much.
I'm
So.
quit.
Yes.
Are you married though?
Yeah.
It's not something you can work through. I mean, but what if it's a medical condition? What if she's not sharing that? But she's not sharing that with you. She's just saying no, and internally she's going through some things.
So that's why we're gonna separate the marriage part of it to a couple, like two areas. You gotta have that conversation. You gotta let's have that conversation. Yep. Right? That's what the whole bond is like. Then I had that understanding, but if you withholding that, then you breaking up down. Good. So let's move past.
What vow?
What vow is that says
If you
sex
got a
on
medical
demand?
condition and sickness and health, that means I love you. If you can't give it to me, you're not.
Oh yeah, I agree that lack of communication signifies a bigger issue over her not giving you sex. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But let's just say you still not getting sex with James later. What you gonna do?
You said separate.
It's over.
You heard what I said. Like, my answer is final.
Oh yeah, bro.
So I mean, I agree with you saying, but I think it does boil down to not just communication around like what's your problem, but here's the next level of communication that's about to happen. Listen, Mike Cameron, can you see me? Listen, boo, you holding out? We about to sit down and talk. I'm letting you know. Listen, you done with the physical part of this relationship. I'm gonna tell you right now to your face. I'm about to go out these streets. So, you understand why. Let's have this conversation. So, ain't gonna be no misunderstanding as to why Sheila told you she saw Big J and Steve. and the trailer was bumping, and there wasn't nobody in there but two people.
Oh, wow.
Mind your business. I had to go.
But are you staying in a relationship? You telling me you breaking up, or you just telling me?
No, we ain't breaking up. No. We gonna stay together. But you gonna know why I'm about to hit these streets.
The man is.
I'm gonna tell you to your face.
Okay.
That communication. Nah, hey, this is your time to tell me now. You got some ailments? Something ain't right? Your pH down? You need some Cheerios or something? I don't know what you need. I'm gonna help you out.
If your pH down, Cheerios.
Whatever.
Here, I was gonna say that sugar does not help.
But what happens if she's not gonna go for that?
If she gonna go for what?
You
just going out in these
And
streets.
she ain't going for the other shit too? Like she ain't trying to give him up no
Right,
weekend?
I'm just yeah.
Oh no, listen. Well then we need to have another conversation. I'm a big communicator. I love talking. You know
I love
talking. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Hey, you in, you out, whatever. This ain't working. It ain't working for us. You know what I'm saying?
Communicate.
Y'all had a meeting.
We
and
had a
decided.
We had a conversation and like I said, I'm gonna tell you the front. I ain't gonna just walk out the door on you. But when you see that door close, and I come back at 5 in the morning or whatever.
Damn, you just okay.
5 in the
Hey.
morning.
Or if I come back, it's been a long time. Hey,
3 in the morning in the pancake house.
strip clubs, Pinky's closed at 4.
Ah, yo.
Go ahead, bro.
Listen, I'm with both of these brothers. I need to, if we not if we not having sex,
No big.
we gonna talk. Hey man, what's going on? And if you do have some medical conditions, all right, let's talk about we can work through it together. Cause this hands, you know what I'm saying, mouth, all that. So we could work that out. But if you just like, nah, I'm not. Well then, either I'm gonna hit the streets, or we go hit the breakup.
But
Either or.
but here's the thing: if she's not performing at all, she ain't giving you hand or mouth.
It's a wrap.
No. Don't be so quick to leave.
Oh, I'm quick to leave.
Just tell
I'm
her.
quick to leave
Look,
because
he like, you
listen,
can keep that and just go ahead.
Hey, it ain't even cheating. It's not even cheating at that point.
Because you done told her.
I done told
She
you.
told you.
This ain't cheating no more. Cheating is doing something behind your back.
Okay, so can I get a quick reversal
Go
real quick?
ahead.
So let's just say, that blue chew or purple pill or blue pill don't really work for you. You having some medical issues, prostate, whatever it may be.
Sure.
Would you accept that same set conversation?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
yeah.
If I'm not performing, and then, hey, listen, hey, it's got other. Hey, look, I'm gonna have to listen. We ain't got enough time tonight, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm that dude, and this is what I'm saying. Like, I might have to find a new category to look at when I'm
Category.
doing my adult research.
I knew it was coming.
A new category. A new category.
I might find my kinks off somewhere else. I mean, hey, whatever.
Gotcha.
All
But
right.
I'm
So,
open to that conversation.
what's that charge in the car?
all right. So here's a. I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
will say that I appreciate that. A lot of women, like when the shit hit the fan and they find out their man was doing something crazy, the first thing they say is, he ain't tell me I was doing something wrong or whatever. He could have communicated with me if he wasn't happy. And all of you guys have said, I'm gonna talk to you about it. I'm gonna talk to you about it.
Yes, absolutely.
So at that point, I guess the ball is really in her court.
Indeed.
If you have the man that's communicating with you, quite often
They don't communicate. Nope.
And I think also it goes back to like kind of women making sure that we take care of our health as well, because there's a lot of men out here who say stuff like, after this part of our marriage, she stopped, da 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 da. But there's some women who immediately after giving birth, they lose their libido. So it's not, so they don't even know. They don't even, if they haven't done the research, they don't even know. They're just like, I don't feel like having sex. I just don't want it. And they don't know why that is. So they have to be, yeah. I mean, well,
And menopause.
and menopause too. But for me, perimenopause has not made me feel that way. Thank goodness.
And menopause has
Me either.
Yeah,
Won't he do it?
I'm always ready. But
Me too.
I'm
Me
always
too.
on go. I'm
Yes.
always on go. But I'm just saying that there are reasons, and I think that there's always been stigma behind. Like, you see more of it coming out now. More women are coming out to talk about their fibroids, about menopause, perimenopause. They're even having TV specials about it. And I know people are like, why are we doing this? Why are we looking at it? It's because a lot of women don't know this stuff about their bodies. They just think, I hit a certain age and I'm just not into sex. No, really, there's things you can do. There's things you can go to your gynecologist and get some hormones. You can do this, you can do that, because we're not as proactive. Men, as soon as they were like, hey, mine ain't like it used to. It's not even that it's
They
not
got
doing
Peyronie's
at all.
disease.
Yeah, it's not
The
even
curve.
right.
The
Or
curve.
it's just not as hard as it used to be. They'll be like, I'm getting my prescription. They'll
They
be
don't.
proactive about it.
Because
Women
it's
aren't.
painful.
Women aren't as
You're talking
proactive
about a
about
hook,
that.
not a curve.
In other words, don't play pussy games.
Yes.
Right.
Don't play
Right,
pussy games.
right,
That's it.
right.
So man,
That's
let's
it.
sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah.
You know,
I have a general question. This is for everybody, and we've had this debate in the back cave and on lives 100 times. But I have to bring it up. Is monogamy natural?
No.
He had to take his glasses off for that. Is it natural or forced?
Ladies,
It's a practice religion.
thank you.
I think
It
that
is.
I think that men
It
have
is.
this. I think that there's this misnomer out here in the ether, especially with these broadcasters that we have nowadays, that men have this idea that women are automatically naturally monogamous, right? When they like, I don't want to sleep with the same woman for the rest of my life. Like, you act like we don't look at something and be like, hello,
Yeah, I don't.
what's your name? And maybe I want to get to know him just for the night.
I think monogamy is a choice.
It is a choice.
It's a choice. It's a choice to commit to one person and be with the one person. Because if it was innate and natural, it would be that even when you're in an amazing relationship, that you wouldn't notice stuff. Like, I mean, I've been in, before my marriage was bad, my relationship was very, very good. I was very happy. And so it wasn't like there wasn't anybody who that wouldn't turn my eye, or a inbox where the guy would say, like, remember this? And I didn't remember. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, I didn't reply. I would immediately hit block. But it doesn't mean I didn't be like, yeah, that was nice. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that it's a choice. You have to make a decision to be with somebody. I think that's just like when you talk to people who are married. Every day you have to decide. You got to choose each other every single day. Like, you have to wake up and intentionally be with that person, because if you don't work at it, then you're going to end up outside. So I do think that it's not necessarily, I don't think it's necessarily a physically, naturally, or whatever, like our body chemistry is just such that it's gonna only be, you're only going to get warm and tingly inside for that one person. But I think that it's a choice.
Allow me to say this. What you about to say, Lonnie? Real quick. Monogamy, I think it is not natural to have that. It is not. We are, even if you look at it from this perspective, when you grown up, you taught to go out and explore the world, go out and find something new, go out and discover something new. Well, how come she can't be something discovering new? How come she can't be my discovering you? You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm supposed to be like, no, I gotta be with her. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not natural. That's it for me.
Married man.
It's not natural. I mean, God only gave us the ability to
Choose.
procreate as much as we can. If it was supposed to be, I think it's a choice. It's a practice. It is.
In the animal kingdom, there are lots of animals that they just
Make for life.
just make cubs and babies all over the place, right? But there are lots of animals that do couple up and make to life, right? They
Like
have
penguins.
the capacity to be monogamous and loyal. So can man. Okay? That's natural too. So it can be natural. It's not just running out in the streets. Discovering.
I don't think.
Well, I have to disagree, because if you think about it, we can take it back to hunters and gatherers. We all lived in clans, right? They all shared everything, including each other. There was no monogamy going on until. Yeah, no. I'm talking about.
You talking about the caveman?
Yes, I'm going back, and it didn't get. Yeah. And it didn't get to monogamy, like he said, until religion became involved. Now you have to get married and stay with this person forever.
I think that
So
it came from capitalism more so than really, and religion. But in terms of building with somebody and being able to procreate and sustain that livelihood. So let me give an example. So I look at family like a business, an enterprise of sorts. You have your children who are your subsidiaries, and you have the parent company. And so I think you can divest, your stock and have different portfolios all over the place if you choose to. I think that.
I like how you said that. I like that.
Very good. Very good.
I really do think that monogamy is something, like you were saying, you have to choose. I don't think that biologically, even from a woman's standpoint, it's not like we don't go out and be like, God damn. But we choose to understand that loyalty has to come in play. Those are emotions, because we're supposed to be the higher animal, the higher level thinker, so on and so forth. I think it's more than just, how can I put this? Controlling your urges, being able to actually be able to control and discipline. And being able to say, okay, I know I could eat cake for breakfast, but that's going to throw my sugar off. So I'm going to have to eat bran flakes or whatever. I don't necessarily like them every morning, but it allows me to do the things that I need to do. Because what happens is, think of the level, men benefit way more from monogamy than women do. Period, point blank, the end.
So hold on. So let me let me give you another perspective. because when I did travel over to Africa and did a documentary, one thing that interested me was that when I went into these tribal villages, it they didn't have just one wife. They had many wives, and they competed for women to be their wife. And the wives actually worked together. They all had kids. They all worked together and build that community. And I mean, it was interesting. I mean, they
Did they
used
work?
to. No, yes, no. I mean, the women took care of the villages. The men went out and hunted. So when they came back, they had wives. Wives were actually able to have boyfriends, which was
Now that's
interesting to
awesome.
me. Yeah. So because one
But I'll
man,
take that
because
scenario.
one man may have like, like for
Can't service
example,
everybody.
the chief of the village
Right.
had 30 wives. He couldn't service all of them, basically. So they were able to have boyfriends. But all of the kids were raised in that village. Everybody raised that village. But but the thing was that was their way of life. That's all they knew. They lived in the middle of nowhere, but that was their way of
They
life.
go to work and get a work husband. They wasn't on the bus with, Antoine looking at him in his new
But
sweatsuits or whatever.
but
Like they were in around the same people all the
exactly.
time.
But you know what? They were the happiest people I've ever seen in my life.
But everybody's
Ever seen
related.
in my life.
But also,
Yeah.
so now everybody's related because all the kids are related to each
Well,
other.
I mean, yeah, some of they brought, yeah. It's just, I
And then
mean,
they
All I'm saying
but that
is
was just the way.
25 and beyond. You want to sleep out? You want to venture out? You want another choice, another option on the plate? I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
You just
Come
can't
back
have
and
both of
tell
them.
me. That's it. That's
Give you the option. I understand.
Yeah.
Don't take your choice.
Right.
I don't want to do this, or that ain't where I see us going, right? Because if you wed somebody, if you make a vow, whether you are in a marriage and or boyfriend girlfriend, whatever the situation is, when you say you sleep over here and you decide to go sleep somewhere else, let me know before you come back over here.
Over where, baby? Say that. Over where again?
Over here.
Over her.
Over here, over here.
I'm not, I can be hurt, I can be mad, but don't take that choice away from me.
I don't think people really understand it. I think the most devastation comes when you are misled and people take your choice.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
never know how I could have responded, but when you
Right.
allow me to live a lie and
Right.
you're living your truth
Exactly.
subversively, you
Right.
play me for a fool and you make me question everything else because
Right.
you may do it theoretically because
Right.
you want to spare my feelings,
Right.
but you're not sparing my feelings.
Right.
You're creating an illusion that
Yeah.
once that facade falls, everything else from that is fruit from the poisonous tree.
Yeah,
I can
I
never believe anything you say. Everything that happened between us is a lie. I'm questioning everything, and that's why the broken trust without that conversation, like you saying, you man enough to go and say this is this and that is that, is so important to women because for us, we just want the truth. Stop acting like we fragile. Like, yeah, we feel we do this, but yeah, we can
Right.
give as good as we get. Just
Yeah.
give us the option.
And
Yeah.
trust and believe, just like you can cheat, shit, so can
And
I.
I'm a cheat.
And I'm gonna say we cheat better because they do their shit from 9 o'clock in the evening on. We can do it at lunchtime.
Oh,
My grandmother said a woman can run around town faster with a skirt up than a man can with his pants down.
Facts.
Wow.
Facts.
Wow.
She was dropping gems.
That's yes.
Addie Mae knew what she was talking about.
All right. So, all right, let's go to the next question.
Well,
Oh,
I
sorry.
want to real quick. I want to give our Women Talk Live. I want to give this plug, right? So we have created sample packs of yoni steams. So we have 4 different flavors.
Yeah.
And if you're not familiar with the yoni
Flavors.
flavors, if you're not familiar with yoni, the yoni, right, your honey pot, is just getting it steamed and it's removing certain essences from within your body and toxins within your body. So this packet here is called XDX.
I love that.
And this
You're eliminating past dicks.
Yeah.
Let's just.
It's like the Ghostbusters.
You're eliminating past dicks. That's what you're eliminating.
It's basically because when you're fluid bonded with someone, right?
Soul ties.
You have those soul ties that you need to remove. And then this is French kiss. Now, ladies,
Let me tell you.
Who don't like a French kiss?
this one,
Lord
literally
Jesus.
French kisses.
Exactly.
Ah.
Exactly.
And
It's
then
a beautiful
the sex
thing.
If you can
afterwards.
see Kitty's face every time we pan Kitty's face. Yeah.
This camera got it. So this one is really, really good for women. So, and then
Yes.
JL has.
So I have the more milder version. I have the mental magic for women who are going through menopause and those heat flashes because you feel like, oh, I hate this because he gave us the pain of childbirth and he set us on fire when we can't have kids anymore.
Right.
So yeah, the mental magic will regulate that system. And then we have the calm current for women who are still on their cycle and want a little relief and a little refreshing because Lord knows back in the day, I don't have that anymore.
Yeah, right.
But back in the day, that sucker was a bitch.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we have these as well.
So how do you do this?
You
though?
take these and you put these herbs into a nice pot of water that's really a little under boiling, and then you just cop a squat and you sit on it and you.
Well, you could put it in the toilet.
You basically.
Yeah, you could take the bowl in the toilet.
I buy a cheap plastic bowl from the dollar store because I'm gonna throw it away afterwards. But I buy a cheap plastic bowl, and like she said, it's almost your steeping tea, and you pour it in the bowl, and then you sit on your commode and you wrap yourself in a sheet or a towel or
To
something,
hold the
or a blanket
steam
to
in.
hold the steam in, and then you'll just feel. Basically, you can just
Right.
It's a
Think of it like a
For-
sauna. When you
yeah,
go in
like
the
a
sauna
sauna.
and it
Like a
detoxes
sauna.
you,
Yeah.
it's the
But
same.
it's just for 15 to 30 minutes.
no more than that.
Yeah, and don't make it too hot.
And displeasure
Yeah.
of having a vaginal sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
It was hot. It was hot as fuck with a camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
All right,
But
so
yeah,
what y'all got for us?
we don't have anything for y'all. This
Women
is-
who are going to have their yoni steamed, we have.
Yes.
There you go. We'll give
You'll
you
get-
one
you'll
for your
get that.
significant
You'll
other.
Right.
We'll
benefit
give you
from
one
the
for your
French
significant
kiss.
other.
Yeah.
You'll benefit from the French, and I'll benefit from the XDX and the French kiss.
I'm not
So,
sure we want
the next one, April.
April.
I know it's women.
Is you, wait, you
She
asked
just
yours?
did. She just no. I did general, so it's women.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
women.
I don't
Your
even
last
need my
question.
question. So my question is this. Ladies, have you ever
Let me get my water.
accidentally been the side chick?
Whoa.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I see.
Oh, they
yeah,
get
all
drinks.
their faces.
They get drinks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Accidentally. I was in a 7-year relationship, not knowing that I was the side chick.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Bro, bro was on
But
his
he
game.
treated me like I was the only one. And then when the reason why we broke up is because he had been going with this girl for like 20, 30 years. Even through his marriage, he was married for 13 years, and she was still on the side. I met her. I mean, like, they introduced her as like a friend of his mom's, like for Bible study.
So why were you the side chick?
Well, to me,
She
I
introduced herself.
felt like I was the side chick, even though I was the main girl. Everybody knew who this chick was.
Okay.
Everyone knew. And I remember he threw me a birthday party, and my cousins came, and they saw him frying fish for me. But 2 weeks before, he was at her house frying fish at her house.
You must
So
find
here.
some good fish.
Right. Right.
Wow.
All right, so ladies,
I'm just saying.
I would just say
So look at
that,
him, you're
like,
gonna see.
okay, so yes, because transparency. I didn't know at the beginning, but I didn't stop it for a while after I knew. So I think because of how we spent time together, I was around all of his friends. I was around. There was nowhere we couldn't go. There was never a time where I felt like I was limited in any way by our relationship. And by the time I really knew his situation, I was in love. And so I played that role until I couldn't. And I just was like, I don't like this. I don't want to do this. And every week he'd be like, what'd you say? Every week I'd be like, this is it. We're not gonna spend time together anymore. It's gonna be over. It's gonna be over. And then I just would get like charmed back into it. Yep. Yeah. It just was like the consistency and stuff like that. And then, they'll tell you so many things in a time where you're vulnerable. Like, that this and this and that. I'm just with her because of this and that. Like, they always have a reason why. And I was smarter than that. So it wasn't on him. It wasn't on her. It was on me when I stayed. The beginning part was on him, but for me staying, that was all on me. And so the beginning, though, like, it was just so amazing. I got so caught up in it, and I know I was wrong, and so I ended it. He still is with her and has found somebody else to be with besides her too. Again, he has a pattern. Yeah, he has a pattern, but he still tries to contact me and still says, "But you're my soulmate." Houseway. Like, no. You're not able to decide what, you're not in a headspace to realize what love and being with somebody is. So
at that point, you run his pockets.
So you have a block him?
He has access to you? He does have access to me.
Oh, why is that?
Because we're in a group like this. Okay. We're in a group like this. Not this group, but we're in a group like this. And hell no. I met Sticks 2 days ago. But like we're in a friend group and so we all are in a group. So we talk and chat and stuff like that. So that's why he's not blocked. But yeah.
Is that a part?
Ain't that about a piece? Yes, I was. And that was a very ugly time of my life because when I found out, of course, I went batshit crazy. They know lies.
You were Jasmine Sullivan busting windows out of the car.
Baby.
Yeah, that's Southern in her.
Right. So.
That's Midwest.
You ask all the right questions. Like, hey, are you married? No. Mm-hmm. Or, you got a girlfriend? No. Mm-hmm. Somebody out here think you got, you
y'all go together.
And basically how I found out, the girl called me. She did that woman-to-woman shit.
Barbara and Shirley.
Woman-to-woman stuff. And so, back then I was real ignorant, like, real petty. And so, of course, I fed into her so she could give me the information, but I never gave it to her. Right? And I went straight for him. I had been involved with him for over a year and a half. He had met my parents, my children.
Wow.
Yeah, we had traveled together.
Whoa.
All that shit. And he was, he had now.
Does he still have access to you? Okay.
Yeah. It's one of, to me, I can't allow you to have access to me like that. You're not my friend, because friends don't hurt friends. Right? You didn't have my best interest at heart because you lied from the start. Damn, that was a bar.
Yeah, it was a bar. Bars.
But yeah, and so like if I see him today, he is one person. He can be sitting right here, and I don't even
acknowledge him
at all, right? And it's sad to say because we did a lot of stuff together, but it was just like, nigga, you filed.
Miss Kitty.
Oh. I was the unknowing participant once, but twice I was willing and willing.
Okay.
I knew from the very start.
So what made you go there? What made you choose that position?
I wasn't looking for a relationship at the time. I just wanted to have fun. Okay. And that's what he wanted. Well, the longest one. The longest was on and off for like 5 years.
Damn.
Wow.
And
That's real judgmental ass damn.
Yeah, it was.
it was.
It
That's
was.
what I'm saying.
It's okay. But we have an open and transparent conversation. People's true emotions come out. Yeah, that lasted a long time, and I would never do it again. I I've always considered myself to be a girl's girl. I consider myself to be a girl's girl, right? But can I be a girl's girl without fucking men?
Right.
Oh,
Like I'm
that's
in
true.
women's organizations,
That's
women's
true.
cigar groups.
Yep.
I'm out here with this woman man, with this lady husband, and not even thinking about it. Still to this day, he's one of my top lovers, best lovers I've ever had. But no, I would never
Thanks.
deal with him. I wouldn't go back. He does not have contact access to me anymore. And not because of him being married, because he said some dumb shit and I ain't like it. I was like, oh, I'm done with him.
It wasn't
done
even
with
a
this.
marriage. You did some other stupid shit.
Some
That
other
pissed me
shit.
off.
Like you ain't even have to lie about that. He's doing all of this and you lied about that. Man, get out of here. Yeah, twice. The first time it was like 2 months. The second time was a longer situation.
Now, I will say this. One of the things that you said, Bliss, was about the fact that, once you found out you continued and you had guilt, I guess, associated with that. But I always look at infidelity from the person who initiates the infidelity. It's not on you to adhere to the vows or whatever that you have with that other person. But I always look at it like an elephant. When you get a baby elephant and you tie him with a chain to a pole and he can't move, and as he gets older, you can tie him with a string. Even though he can forcibly remove himself, you're so embedded and ingrained in that, like it's grooming of sorts, so that your feelings are manipulated. And we go back to choice. Like if you had a choice, now Miss Kitty, you already said you made a choice, but if you had a choice to make that decision, like I always think it's really manipulative and some level malicious and selfish, because you really only think about, I want to keep this person. Like I found this person. This person's good to me. This person's good for me. But I still have this commitment over here. And so it just taints everything. Like everything. Even if you stay in that relationship, it's still in the back of your mind about how you started, like fruit from the poisonous tree of sorts.
Yeah, I think that like in this situation, he wasn't married. He is living with somebody, still does live with the person. But I think that in that situation, I still feel guilt. I still feel like no matter what, I'm a grown woman. That I ain't no baby elephant. Like I take responsibility for being in that bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, she thinks that's her man. He may be community dick. Sorry.
But you thought he was your man too.
I did think he was mine. I treated him as such. He got the love and the gifts and all that comes with being with me. And so I did feel taken advantage of in that way, and because my heart was on the line. He's actually who introduced me to cigars, so I guess I can give him that. I wouldn't know y'all if I didn't go through that.
You said that on this podcast thing.
Thank you, fuck boy.
So let's see.
But nobody will know who this. Nobody will know who this.
Knowingly or unknowingly?
I've been inside dude knowing it. You got no problem with that? Shit, go home.
You find me in a Walmart run.
Yeah.
Can't have a sticker for you.
So, y'all streaming this on what?
Every platform.
Everywhere. Everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, everywhere.
No, I mean in my life, I have knowingly been a side dude. Now, the topic of being a side, that's a whole other how men view that and women view that.
Please elaborate, because I wanted to deep dive that one. I did want to get some information on that.
Men know how to stay in their lane and stay the side piece. Yep. We know how to, because we taking it for face value, what this is.
But do you have feelings for the other
Some
woman,
of
or
y'all
she
Can
just...
have feelings, but we still taking it for face value. Women can take it for face value for so long, then it becomes emotional. Then it becomes the other desire. Your
So it
truth
doesn't become
come
that
out.
for you, for guys.
No, because if I went into the list knowing that you're gonna be side piece Sarah,
Side piece Sarah.
you're gonna be side piece Sarah, and
You forever side piece Sarah in your
forever
eyes.
gonna be side piece Sarah.
Okay.
I mean, we can go out and kick it or whatever. And
So even if she left her man for you, she still be
no,
side
no,
piece.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You do all that damn
Don't
thing.
do it.
and I've been in situations where I've seen the transition about to happen, and I'll have to remind, because again, I'm a communicator. I tell you in the door, hey, listen, I told a young lady one time, listen, I ain't the one to fall in love with.
Damn. Please
Don't.
don't fall in love
At
with
least that's honest though.
I told her that flat out. I said, look, I ain't the one to fall in love with. So that's going to be, I'm telling you right now, up front. If we're going to continue to kick it, we can kick it. But don't, you know, John, I sent you I ain't seen you today. Look, we talk on Tuesdays at 3 o'clock.
Damn. That's
So
it.
you're a consummate bachelor.
There it is.
No,
You're a
no.
consummate bachelor.
No, he's in a relationship right now.
Okay, all right.
Somebody snitching.
Again.
No, because advocacy, like, no, he told, you know, this and this, like, he
That's why I
don't.
said in my life.
Okay, I got you.
She pointed at me.
That's a
I got your back,
side
girl.
joke, y'all.
I got your back.
That's the whole thing, though. Women and men look at the side pieces differently.
Cigar,
Unless you
bro.
get a crazy one.
Cigar, bro.
Wow.
So we can talk. We got back that.
Yeah, I married my side piece, though.
Hey, all right.
Oh, that's a
all
new
right.
perspective.
Yeah, so.
She wasn't worried that her position was open.
She did and did.
I was actually her side piece, and then
Oh, shit.
Oh, so then you didn't marry your side piece. Your side piece, she
we married each other.
married her side piece. She
She
married her side piece.
So how did that develop from, like you were saying, once you're in that position, you're always in that position. But how did you? You're going to have to talk up, bro. I can't hear you.
He was already out the door. It was a wrap.
Aw, that's like a love story.
That should have been.
Okay, so I got one last question before we wrap it up.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah. This is a general question. And this is for
But we do have one more men question.
Oh, okay. Do the men and then I do
All
my
right,
last
okay.
gentleman.
All right. So the last men question, and I'm actually in agreement with this one. Would you be interested in trying the concept that some lawmakers are considering, which is a 2-year trial marriage? I wish I had that shit.
Yes. Absolutely.
I'm with you, bro.
Because I believe marriage licenses should expire every 5 years, just like driver's license.
Yep.
That's what I would put in the book. Hey, y'all listening out there, lawmakers, put that in the books.
I agree 100% because, you know, me at this point may not be me 5 years later. You might not still want to be married to me 5 years later. So we could part amicably.
But you can do that anyway with divorce.
Yeah.
Nah.
Divorce is messy.
Nah.
But
I will say that mine was not. He did not try and get any of my money.
You're gonna have an acrimony.
No. The law says
You have to
it expires,
in 5
then
years.
it's a wrap.
Right. We gotta go renew.
Unless you renew.
No. I'm with that. I wish I did, because mine was messy as fuck, okay? It was messy. So I wish I had mine expiration date on it.
Thank God my marriage was
So what do you
hard,
think
but
should
my
be, like,
divorce
every
was
2
easy.
years, 5
I think
years,
every
10
5 years.
It's a
Every
minimum.
5 years.
Every 5
You
years.
should have to revisit because people change.
Right.
I'm not the same person I was 5
But
years,
should
10
be
years.
growing.
Exactly.
Well, let's just be honest. This
But
is where communication comes in at. And so whether it's 6 months, whatever you decide to do, you should be checking in with
That's
your
my
partner.
thing.
Yes.
Is
You
the
should-
the
you
law
shouldn't-
shouldn't have to tell you that.
I mean, common sense. At this point, you've grown. Sit down, have a conversation. Let's check in. Am I meeting your expectations?
Right.
What can I do? Is there anything that I can do? Where am I failing it to you? That's just an honest
I
conversation.
think with a known expiration, they know some things, it will heighten
Yes.
your level of accountability and responsibility and stuff within the relationship. Because if you know my shit is about to expire in 12 months and you want to stay type shit and you want to, hey, like, hold on, let me make this dude 4-5 more million. Let me
I
talk up a little bit.
don't want anybody to phone it in for 3 3.5, 4 years, and then double time it on year 5. Every 5 years, you're good to me because it's about to be renewal time. I just feel like we need to have. I just want to have honest conversations about where we are. Like, where do you think we are? And I think that like a lot of times nowadays, people are not good about it, and they need accountability. I met a young girl at a sorority meeting, and she was like, and she goes, yeah, me and my new husband, we go to counseling every month. And we were like, oh, really? And she was like, yeah, it's for accountability. She said, because every day I think I'm doing well and we're good, and he seems fine. She was like, but then when we sit down with somebody there, he's like, okay, it's our time to sit down and have a neutral space where there's no distractions at the house. We're not talking about bills. We're just talking about us. And they sit down once a month and have a conversation about like, okay, this is what happened. And they're mature enough in their 20s to do that. So at my big age, I feel like I should be able to be assertive enough to look at the man that I'm with and be like, this ain't it. Like, I mean, I was dating somebody this summer, and I had to come to a conclusion. This wasn't working for me. It took a while, but I had to be like, I had to have some pep talks from my boys, and but I ended up having to say like, okay, this doesn't work for me. Like, this ain't good. And I had to get to a point where I realized I can't be with guys just because they like me. Like,
You have to like them too.
I have to like them too, and we have to have the same values and the same stuff. Like, there were things like I said, I'm expensive, but I can afford me, and he was pocket checking me, and I can't be pocket checked. Like, don't be asking me about how I spend my money because you know what I'm saying?
You're not taking care of me, so I'm not even gonna answer
Exactly.
that.
We don't have any in the first few months of us
I'm not
being together.
responding to that.
We don't have any commingled funds,
Right.
and you know what I'm saying.
Right.
So like, no, you can't really ask me why I'm doing this or doing that, and it wasn't even extravagant things. So it made me think, well, next year when I go on this trip and that trip, he's gonna be asking me every time. You see what I'm saying? So it just. So anyway, I just feel like as a grown person, what are you guys laughing at?
We laughing at her.
Yeah.
Me
With
and
the
my
choice.
novice tale.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh God.
Right.
But you're
right.
trying.
But I look at the fact, I look at like COVID was an eye opener for a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people realized that they were married to people that they did not like. And COVID either solidified your foundation or it exposed the cracks and that foundation crumbled. And I think this whole 5-year thing, 2-year, if there was a law, whatever the law would be, I think that law would have maybe had people at least sit down
And talk.
and have a conversation. We don't talk anymore. We're texting. Even now, if you're dating, they don't even want to pick up the phone
and
have a
call
phone
you.
conversation
Yeah.
with you. They want to date you through texting.
And now we fight, and we're fighting because my boss walked in the office, so my tone was a little off. Like, I'm saying, yeah, that's fine, sure, but it's because I'm talking to my boss, and then later on you're like, why were you so short and curt with me, dude? You didn't know the circumstance. Like, it's 9. My office hours are 9 to 5. So,
but I think I think the problem with text messages is that people are going to perceive it a certain way, which is why a phone call, I can hear.
You can hear a tone. You can hear my tone. Exactly.
Yeah. I can hear your joy, your smile, your sadness, the pauses.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Communicate.
Hold on, we
Yeah.
never heard from the married man on this stuff.
He's chill.
I get divorced 3 times a month. We've been married 16 years, been together since we was 21. I mean, I think the biggest thing is communication. Because again, I don't want nobody trying to ramp it up because it's review time.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
I got a girlfriend who they got married secretly. Nobody knew. And it was actually their 5th year wedding anniversary. They had a wedding, but the gag was they had been married already 5 years. And that was enough time for them to be together, to go through some things. She lost her dad. His sister was in a really bad accident. They did have children in that time frame, but none of us knew they were married. It also showed them who was really for them. It took the pressure off of everything. You didn't have somebody saying what your husband doing or what your wife not doing. It took the pressure. I thought that was like the smartest thing ever. Nobody knew. And she said we only had each other. So if there was a problem, I couldn't say like my husband. They had to talk it out amongst themselves. I thought that was very smart.
It is. Okay, so here's the last question. This is for a general question. Is for everybody. You find a half-used box of condoms in your spouse's suitcase, and you don't use condoms with your spouse or significant other. What do you do next? I'm
blaming it
gonna
on
start
my
with the
man.
men.
I'm blaming it on my boy. Man, you know Joe, he left them joints in there, man.
That's a
Look,
lot.
his luggage
Next
was
one.
50.1
I thought-
ounce. I had to take
I
that
had to
point
get
one.
him joint.
I thought you said you
Hold on,
found
hold
it.
on. Your
You-
spouse finds.
Yeah.
Right. So you go away on a trip and come
Blaming it
back,
on my
and I
mans.
find a half-used box of condoms.
No, wait.
And I know that we don't use condoms, so I'm gonna take the box to you. I'm gonna take the box to you and be like, "What's up?"
Hold up. So let me, because it's been a long day. Let me explain. Let me understand the scenario. My lady go on a trip.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I
thought it
said,
was for me.
I said
That's
it's
why
for
y'all fucking me
I
up.
said it's for
Oh,
men and women.
yeah.
I said it's
Your
a
spouse.
general
Right.
question.
Your
Oh,
spouse.
my
Your spouse
Right.
or significant
Right.
other
Yes.
Right.
has
Let's
a
see you change it up
half-used
now.
box of
Right.
condoms.
That's why.
Right.
Let me Sesame Street this shit real quick.
That's Sesame Street.
I need simple shit. Right now. It's been a long day. So my lady go on vacation. She come back home. I crack open her suitcase, and it's a half box of condoms in that.
Yes.
Half-used. It's 12.96.
Well, whatever. The
And
box,
you don't
the box
use
is there.
condoms.
Period.
Right.
Whatever.
And you don't use condoms.
And man, so
And y'all ain't had that
Man.
conversation.
And the sex is amazing with your spouse. Or
nah.
significant other.
That's an
Listen,
even bigger
listen.
problem.
Look, why
Right.
you drinking though? Look.
Right.
We gonna have some serious. I know I told y'all. Listen, I'm not a liar. I am a conversationalist. I love to talk. I do. However, it's gonna be not a lot of talking.
No.
It's gonna be
Some furniture
Some
moving
furniture
around.
moving.
Toss that motherfucking bag downstairs. That motherfucking box of cards rolling out, and I'm saying, hey, you one step closer to the door. Go on and get your shit.
Wow.
And keep on out.
Yeah, I'm not having conversation. I'm not.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
not.
have a
I'm
conversation.
not
Hold on,
having a
let's finish the
conversation.
demand
Oh,
here.
I'm sorry.
Nah.
I'm sorry.
Keep on rolling.
How
Go back on vacation.
this?
Wait,
They
where's
call
the
me
explanation?
There is no explanation.
in this group.
Her luggage was 50.1 ounces. She had to put that 1 ounce somewhere, so I decided as a good friend.
She could have put it in her friend carry-on.
Or
Yeah, I'm
Throw
the
the
friend.
bitches
She
away.
put it in my carry-on.
That's a good listen.
First of all,
From
that's
an
what's
ex,
gonna happen.
I
That's
have
all
been
the-
cheated
the
on,
trash.
and
I don't
I
think
have
that's-
been the cheater. That's not good enough.
No, it's not.
That's not good enough.
No, it's not.
And so for me, I'm gonna say this: you don't have to be cheating if you move in such a way
Yes.
that I feel that you are cheating. Then it's over.
Okay.
There's nothing else to talk about. Because what does that conversation do? Now you coming up with, like she said, an excuse. We ain't even gotta go through all that bullshit. Cut the bullshit. You moving this way? Go ahead and keep on moving out the way.
Well, let me just
Wait,
say,
wait.
I'm gonna just
So,
give this
I got
example
one.
because this is real life.
I got one.
We had, you go to the store with your partner, and you pick up stuff, and they have the little novelty condoms, whatever. So there just happened to be like this little novelty condom that had little, little
The
rivets
ridges.
on. Yeah, so we like, okay, that'll be fun.
I like
Mind you, trash goes out on a Friday. I think we went over the weekend. Friday, trash is out. So when he goes out to the trash can, I don't know how the fuck this one little piece of condom came out of the trash, but it's on the ground out of our trash. So he calls me. He's like, "Yo, like, what the fuck is?"
yeah.
And I had to remind him that we both purchased this together in the same time. Yeah, he forgot. But mind you, had he not, you know what I mean? When you see it, I can only imagine like what he went through, and everybody's like, "Well, there's not a discussion. Like, you come in the house, throw my shit out the door, like,
right?
huh?"
Y'all went to the trip together. So
No,
you
this
they
was
bought
home.
they
This
bought
was
the
home.
condoms
Yeah,
together.
we bought them together.
Oh, okay.
But we were home. But by the time we got around to using it, because we don't use condoms. Well, I'm married. We don't use condoms. And when he saw it outside, it was like, yo, what the fuck? And so,
Yeah, I could see him going batshit crazy.
yes.
Well,
The
yeah.
situation she came from a trip with the box.
Yeah.
Right.
That's different.
Right.
Yeah.
If we was shopping together.
Well,
then
no,
yeah,
not if you don't remember. Now you see a con once you've been working, like, you know.
Yeah, but we was together, right?
Oh,
You
yeah, I
weren't
can
by
recall.
your damn
Yeah,
self.
I can
Yeah.
bring that memory back.
That's different.
The thing is, throw the shit in the trash. Like, you done your dirt on the trip.
You should have
Get
left
rid
that
of all
shit in the
evidence.
hotel. You
It's
should have
wherever
left it
you
in the
was at.
hotel room.
Why'd you
So
bring
you
it
instead
back?
of packing.
went in to do some shit when you come back.
Right, that's how I'm gonna look at it. Just leave it in the room. It's like I don't need these no more. This was for my little girls' trip to Jamaica with Dexter.
What you trying to say?
I got something too, but go ahead.
sometimes I believe it's okay to choose violence.
Okay.
The stick did. He kicked the suitcase down the
now I'm
steps.
gonna punch you in the throat. I'm gonna punch you in the throat because you're playing in my face. And men are usually a little more sneakier than that. So that means you wasn't even sneaky.
You don't give a
No,
fuck.
it's not, I don't even think it's sneaky. I just think he was sloppy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then now I'm like, oh, let me unpack his bag. Yeah, I'll punch you in the throat.
I have this to say. They always laugh and call me they'll call me the voice of reason. So,
All the time.
just happens though. I'm thinking about this because I packed the same suitcase that this happened in. I had gone out of town, actually with the guy I was talking about. Anyway, and there were condoms in my bag. The box of condoms were in my bag. Came back with half a box of condoms in my bag. Sometimes if I have toiletries and stuff that I didn't use that are like that you bought from like CVS on trial size, I leave them in my bag for my next trip.
Right.
Well, I left that and condoms in my bag. So the next time I went on a trip, and used a bag that big, was a long time after it. And so when I opened it up, those condoms were still there. I was no longer with the person that I used those condoms with. Now, nobody saw it. But if they had, it was innocent. It was half a box of condoms. I shouldn't be punched in the throat because I did have a box. I hadn't used that bag in a while. Like, the question is now, if I just bought you luggage for your trip and you come back with the condoms in there, then yeah, it's a problem. But it's an old bag that I took on a trip and hadn't traveled in a while.
Y'all don't use that, right? Y'all, she gave y'all a good one, didn't she?
I don't.
No,
Now I
I'm
don't
not
clear
gonna
my
use
bag. So
He
that's
said, Oscar.
I'm not gonna use that.
Sticks, what were you gonna
That's some
say?
bullshit.
It happened.
I know it happened, but it's still some bullshit. Listen, if I my toiletry bag that got my man goods in and shit, my toothpaste, whatever, if I threw a
Dude
motherfucking-
wipes.
my dude wipes, if I threw a 3-pack up in that bitch, right? This was 2024. I met you in 2025. I'm traveling with you, whatever. Hey, grab my little toiletry bag. Woo, woo, woo. We on vacation. You bust out the bag. You like, oh, we ain't using no rubber. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? Or I come back from a trip, same scenario. You bust open the bag, you see my rubbers. Now what? That's innocent, right? Because
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
those from some time ago. But
Right. Lucy,
y'all
you
still
still
go-
got some explaining to do.
y'all see?
Yep.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's still gonna be
we
some
can talk
bullshit.
about it.
This the
after I-
communicator.
I probably-
Look, this the communicator. You're going to need to communicate
This
that.
is where you're going. I mean, this scenario doesn't even apply to me because I ain't unpacking nobody's bag. So I don't go through nobody's stuff, so that's not going to happen to me. But
Me?
I probably. I mean, I would ask.
But
don't go
Also,
through
but
phones
if you
or nothing
weren't
like that.
moving, if you weren't moving unscrupulously, then you may get the benefit of the doubt. But if you're
Yeah.
shady in the way you move, and my intuition has
And it was
already
always
been up
one of-
there,
And
or
it was
you've
one
been
of
on
those
your
things
vacation.
where you said, I'm at the airport, forgot to tell you I had to take a trip. I might be.
But that's happened to me though.
Yeah.
With the whole toiletry bag. Like,
Yeah.
man.
So that's what
And
I'm
I-
saying. It's like
bust
I'm not
out the
going to
bag,
jump off.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Mr. Communicator.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not jumping out the window because
If
I
was
know
Kitty,
it could have
I'm in
happened
the
to me.
hospital. I can't breathe.
Immediately.
Yes, you are.
I just met Kitty last
And you
week.
should
Like,
I might
yo,
take you. I'm gonna punch you in the throat, and I might drive you because I need to make sure that my punch in the throat ain't gonna give me no assault charge.
It's already
I
assault.
need to
You just don't want manslaughter. You don't want manslaughter.
Look, you in the ambulance talking about, I don't know why you made me do this.
Right.
You know you really
Why do you keep
What's
making me
his
do this?
name? Such and such, such and such. Can he talk? No, I'm talking for him. I'm the representative.
Right, his throat.
see this shit.
It's his throat. But yeah, I'm just
I want to
saying.
thank y'all. We're going to wrap this up. I want to thank y'all for joining us today on Women's Talk Live for our podcast, Battle of the Sexes. Before we leave, I want everyone to give their handles so that people can follow, like, subscribe, or whatever it is you have. We're going to
Pay
start
Bill,
with
Miss Kitty.
The cameras are here.
Yes.
They're around.
Shatima, excuse me, Shatima at Kimmy Von Licious, and also follow at Lee Smoke Official for the world's only cigar subscription box for women.
And that's on Instagram.
Yes.
That's on Instagram.
Instagram is set apart 30 and cigar underscore plug CIGARE underscore plug PLUG
On Instagram.
on Instagram.
On Instagram, I am Bliss4, the number 4, OPALNOIR. Bliss4 Opal Noir. And also on Whatnot, you can buy jewelry on auction from me at Bliss4 Opal Noir.
And she has beautiful pieces.
So you can follow me on Instagram at Cigar Bros, PSSITA, because we're smoking here, of course. Also, Palace and Opinions on Instagram, and our podcast is on YouTube as well. Get it?
All right.
Yeah, we're talking about your OnlyFans.
You did it!
This is being broadcasted in a lot of places. Trying to help you, dog. Hey, listen, it's your boy Sticks, representing Sticks Mobile Cigar Lounge. I'm Chicago, Midwest, Sticks and Sticks, or just look funny.
On Instagram, and that is the King of the Midwest.
Oh,
Oh.
I did not. Those are the words of her.
Edit.
Go ahead, bro.
Edit.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna shout out Lay Smoke Official. Make sure y'all follow her, man. She got some good shit. She might even have that naughty stuff in there. Lay Smoke Official, ladies. Shout out my guy Sticks, Mobile Lounge, Midwest, Mobile Lounge Services. That's the guy to hit up. You can follow me, Mr. Tap That Ash,
Oh my gosh.
on Instagram. I need a couple more followers.
I
though.
like that.
Spell that for them so they get it.
Mr. MRTAPDATASH.
If we have a final thought, or we just gonna.
Oh, okay. So, so we got everyone.
We got everything.
Okay.
You know, follow SassyScribe on all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Reddit, Quora. I am on every platform as SassyScribe.
And I'm at the real KL. That's all you need to know.
That was
Okay.
Oh,
Breaking
Visionary.
Bread.
Breaking Bread Nation. Join the nation.
Plug Your Cafe.
Oh, Breaking Bread. Okay, so I'm a caterer. Food Network said we number 1 in the state. There's
Yes,
only
you
one,
are.
and it's that one said we're number 1 in the state. Maryland. Sorry, PA. I ain't trying to budge in y'all territory, but yes.
Okay.
So
The name of your cafe.
Breaking Bread Cafe. Breaking Bread Nation is our IG, our Instagram, and our Facebook.
All right. All right, and you can follow me at AprilJ1 and also at WPB Media Networks.
And also follow Women Talk Live.
Yep.
TV talk show on Instagram and
Right.
on Facebook.
Now, mind you, our podcast is every Tuesday at 5 a.m. wherever you podcast and on YouTube. And we're also going to change our YouTube from 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Tuesdays. So make sure you tune in.
Oh, one
Thank-
more thing
Mhm.
before we go. Just give a shout out to Maduros, Dante, and Yvette.
Yes,
for
absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
1810 Wilmington Pike, Glen Mills, PA, dog. Maduros.
And they work with novices, people who've never smoked before, like myself. They help you pick out a really good cigar. I really enjoyed my cigar. It was the Purple Haze. We'll keep that sideline because anybody that know KO Boogie know why I picked the Purple Haze.
We all do.
So yes, I'm
Yeah,
just
we all
saying.
do.
So even for somebody like me who knows nothing about cigars, they have a beautiful space to take you in and help you pick out your starter cigar. Who knows? You could be sitting around smoking with the big dogs.
So we also want to shout out Grown and Smoky because Grown and Smoky is in the building right now. We are meeting for some of us for the first time this weekend. Some of us is the second or third time, but just make sure you follow Grown and Smoky and follow all of us. And you can listen to them every Tuesday, 7 p.m. East, 6 p.m. Central on Instagram.
All right.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Thank you again for joining Women's Talk Live. My final thought of the day. Love is telling someone their hair extensions are showing without making it weird.
Hey, shorty. Let me holler at you real quick.
Exactly. All right, so this is Women's Talk Live with your girl, April J.
Your girl, SassyScribe.
And this is KO Boogie.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see y'all next time.